A bowl of hot-boiled fish had just been served when the husband suddenly flipped the table in anger. The boiling soup mixed with hot oil splashed all over his wife's arm. She didn't scream, argue, or even look at him. She quietly looked at the large burn on her arm, walked into the kitchen, turned on the faucet, and let the cold water run over the wound. After wiping her hands, she opened a cabinet and took out a small cloth bag, the same bag she had brought with her on their wedding day 3 years ago. It had never been opened until that moment. Behind her, the husband kicked a stool in frustration because she refused to answer his calls. Without saying a word, she carried the bag, changed her shoes, and walked out of the house. The sound of the closing door wasn't loud, but it hit the husband's heart like a hammer. Outside, a few neighbors noticed the burn on her arm and tried to stop her. Everyone asked what had happened, but she only smiled and continued walking away. None of them knew that this wasn't the first time. It was the third time she had been burned by her husband. The first time happened just 6 months after their marriage. Angry over dinner, he threw a pot of hot food at her. The second time was a year ago, when he came home drunk and poured a bowl of boiling soup over her legs because she was slow to open the door. Every time she was injured, she lied to everyone, saying it was an accident. For 3 years, she silently endured every insult, every beating, and every burn. To the outside world, the husband was known as a kind and gentle man. His coworkers admired him, and his boss praised him. But once he returned home, every problem in his life became an excuse to take out his anger on his wife. She had left her hometown and moved far away after marriage, with no relatives or friends nearby. She kept believing that one day he would change, but that night, she finally decided she had suffered enough. The husband was certain she would return. She had no money and no phone, so he thought she had nowhere else to go. Hours passed, but she never came back. When he searched the house, he found her old phone. There was only one message sent: "I want to come home." It was sent to her brother. He laughed it off, believing her brother would never travel such a long distance. At 4 o'clock the next morning, a black SUV stopped outside the house. Her brother stepped out with 4 other men. Without saying a word, they entered the house and packed every single thing that belonged to her: her clothes, blanket, slippers, comb, sewing machine, and other personal belongings. The husband tried to stop them, but her brother looked at him coldly and said, "My sister walked 4 kilometers to a clinic with severe burns. If the nurse hadn't called me using her phone, I would never have known." The husband insisted it was only a fight between husband and wife and told them not to interfere. Her brother ignored him and continued packing. Before leaving, he placed 2 train tickets on the table and said, "You've been married for 3 years. You know exactly how many times you've hurt my sister. Just because she stayed silent doesn't mean our family didn't know. Just because the neighbors stayed quiet doesn't mean they didn't see everything." As he walked away, he turned back and reminded him of the promise made on the wedding day. "My daughter is leaving home today. If you don't treat her well, no matter how far away she is, we'll come and bring her back." The next morning, the husband traveled to her hometown, believing she would forgive him if he apologized. Instead, he found a celebration taking place. She was wearing new clothes, smiling brightly, and talking happily with another man. He rushed over, grabbed her hand, and begged her to return home. He promised he would change and never lose his temper again. For more videos like this video and subscribe to our channel.